cults.
Other experts predicted hundreds of thousands would die from the epidemic of BSE-CJD. Medical experts said that millions of people were going to die from different forms of animal flu.
Doctors have discovered a new disease which they say shows a possible link between autism and the routine childhood vaccine MMR.
Others said that thousands of children were at risk of autism from the MMR jab. Terror experts said there was a global hidden network of sleeper cells that had the power to destroy Western society. And then it got worse. Other experts said you couldn't even trust yourself. Your own body was an enemy.
Obesity is now a disease of epidemic proportions.
It just makes you paranoid. You look at yourself in the mirror every day. I think people just think, I really want to look like that. Because it's just everywhere.
We're obsessed with food.
I've actually had my stomach stapled and I'm on antidepressants.
Using all the best available science.
30 years ago, journalists bravely exposed the corruption of those in power, like Richard Nixon. But now, the news and television programs have ended up taking serious threats to society and exaggerating and distorting them. By doing this, they have created a widespread mood of fear in society and a suspicion of those who lead us. And in the process, millions of us have become exactly like Richard Nixon, paranoid. And if any politician tried to do what Roy Jenkins did 40 years ago, to change Britain for the better, against public opinion, we and the press would destroy them. But there is one difference between us and Richard Nixon. He told his psychiatrist that when he looked in the mirror in the morning, there was no one there. When we look in the mirror in the morning, we think we're too fat.
In any given week there are important stories, there are less important stories, and then there are bullshit flavoured stories, such as these. It's time for the week in bullshit. Safety and concerns over Toyota accelerator pedals give anchormen a golden opportunity to make brilliant jokes.
Toyota's reliability problems are showing no signs of stopping, almost quite literally.
Oh, you. During the mess, one Toyota boss headed online in a bid to calm things down.
Turned out he didn't drive a Toyota, he drove a Toyota. You know, a Toyota.
I drive a Toyota, my family and friends drive Toyotas, and I wouldn't allow my loved ones to drive our cars if I didn't believe that they were safe.
Meanwhile, Sky entertained everyone with a live interview with the world's most tedious man.
Derek joins us to tell us his story. Sounds pretty terrifying, Derek. What happened? Did the accelerator stick?
Yes, it seemed to. I'd backed out of the drive, and it had shot back out of the drive, slightly out of control, but I thought, well, maybe if I drive it a little clear.
Come on.
Because I'd had the car for 6 months and wasn't expecting any trouble. No, yes, that's right, 6 months.
Get to the bit with the crash.
So I drove on for about 150 yards, and then I had to turn left into a road.
Yeah, this isn't the most exciting description I've ever heard. Maybe if we dub some exciting chase music over the top.
The engine was still racing beyond my real control, and I was confronted with a white van.
All right.
So I chose the small car to bang into rather than him. Then, having done that, I decided I wanted to get out of the way of this crash where I was blocking the road, and so I put my wheel over left to turn back into where I'd come.
Hair-raising experience.
The science behind climate change has been in the news again of late. Here's US stand-up Doug Stanhope with his somewhat misanthropic and, dare I say, confrontational take on what American coverage of environmental issues isn't telling you.
I'm Doug Stanhope, and that's why I drink. Sometimes the American news is like a tired old whore that only tells you what you want to hear. You watch stories every day about the environment and global warming, and they give you 1,000 cute little tips on things you can do to help Mother Earth, when the major problem is obviously overpopulation. That never comes up, ever. Even Al Gore has to be pressed on the issue to admit that it's even a problem, and he'll go, yeah, of course, overpopulation is a really big problem, but that's going to correct itself. And, by 2050, he says, I guess fucking will go out of style. It's just a passing fad, this desire to procreate. The news knows you don't want to hear that. The news has no problem telling you how to save the earth by cutting up your six-pack holders before you throw them away so you don't strangle a dolphin when all that shit gets flushed out to sea. And that's fine. And turn off the water while you brush your teeth. And you go, I'll do that. They can't say, oh, and don't fuck in the front hole, because that glut of humanity you're creating is the real problem behind this. Nobody wants to hear, don't fuck in the front hole after a hard day at work. An Oregon State study just came out that shows that a woman who already recycles at her optimum will still increase her carbon footprint 40 times by just having 2 children. The next time you see a hybrid car with a baby seat in the back, smash the windows out of that car, Fight Club style, steal the baby seat, leave a condom where the baby seat sat, and see if you send a message. Because that is every sanctimonious douchebag who pretends to be part of the solution when they're the exact problem that they pretend to be fighting against. Your combined uteri wreak more havoc to the environment than 1,000 Dow Chemical Corporation accidents combined. You don't have the baby, you could drive an entire fleet of Hummers to and from work every day, hanging your ass out the window and farting styrofoam packing peanuts into the atmosphere and still not cause a fraction of the damage that one stupid baby causes to this planet. If you want to help Mother Earth, try sodomy. Sodomy is eco-friendly and abortion is green.
Romance! And as Jordan and Alex Reid get wed, news networks expertly explain what a metamedia PR head it all is.
Their publicist is denied and they got married for publicity reasons.
The nuptials were lovingly mocked up by the computer experts at the Daily Star. Meanwhile, Sky's staring ice maiden Kay Burley was fortuitously interviewing Jordan ex Peter Andre,
aka the world's nicest man.
Did you know?
I didn't know.
When did you find out?
Last night I was doing a signing in Basildon, which was brilliant, by the way.
But if Andre was expecting a cushy time promoting his new album, he was sorely mistaken, as Burley unleashed a series of tough questions about his kids and his ex-wife.
Do they know that their mummies got married?
Not from me.
His unlucky private life.
Is it hard to sing love songs at the moment?
His weight.
You're too thin though, what's happened?
Do you think? And while he was still reeling from that, they played a tape of Dwight York criticising him last year for attempting to get custody of his son.
Well, no disrespect, but has he seen Harvey since that interview?
I don't know, has he?
Having softened him up, Kay unleashed her killer blow.
I think the reason that we wanted to show you that was because we were wondering how you might feel if Alex Reid then turns around and says that he wants to adopt the kids.
No one is going to take my kids away from me. Nobody. Nobody is going to take my kids away from me, and I'll fight to the death for that.
That probably would be televised on ITV too, to be honest.
Oh, and this is brutal stuff. Andre's really putting up a battle here. He's going to fight to the death. That's it. Kick him in the knockers, Andre.
Anyway, nevertheless, Peter Andre didn't see the funny side.
I don't really want to talk about this, okay? Sorry.
We didn't mean to upset you. Are you okay?
Yep,
not buying that.
I'm fine.
Subject for a second, Kay.
Talk to me about the tour.
Oh, yes, we have wet face. We have wet face.
Can we, I'd rather just stop this, if that's all right.
You want to stop?
Yep, thank you.
Chuck him some sympathy.
Okay, well, we're sorry that we've upset you.
No, it's okay, thank you.
Okay, that's enough. Get him out of there.
Thanks very much for coming in. We'll see you in a second.
Well done, Kay. I think the Pulitzer's in the bag.
Well, that's all we've got time for this week. Good night.
The all-new Season 3 of Mad Men continues here on BBC4 tomorrow at 10. There's a little taster of what's in store coming right up in just a moment. And next tonight, stay with us for dinner with Portillo.